Hi, my name is Jay.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, good to meet you. Mike, we're out here at Balboa Park today.
Right.
And we're out asking the big question to people. What do you think is going to happen to you after you die? What do you think, Mike?
I've thought about it, and I think I'll be reincarnated to another person. I mean, as soon as once I die, there's going to be a life. There's going to be a baby born somewhere, and my soul will go into that baby, and that'll be my next life.
Okay.
Whether it's predetermined, I'm not sure where I'm going to be, but I believe in reincarnation, not from one human to an animal or a bug. I think it's from human to human. That's what I believe. I just have the feeling that I've lived other lives. Couldn't tell you exactly. Couldn't be. I'm not sure exactly what I've been before. I know I wasn't royalty or anything else, but I'm pretty sure I've met people. You kind of have that feeling that you've met people before. Almost have this feeling that I've met them in another life.
You believe that all your life, or in this life?
Majority of my life, yeah.
Okay. You got any kind of, your parents religious at all or anything like that?
Not at all, no.
No?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We all got different walks, right?
Definitely.
Some of us grow up, Catholic, some of us grow up atheists, some of us grow up, all different backgrounds.
Right.
But now comes the day. You meet me, we talk about a few things, and you're either going to walk away from this thinking the same way you always have, or maybe you might walk away from something, well, maybe I ought to check into this a little bit more. Maybe I haven't quite researched this enough. So that's how a day you don't learn something new is a day wasted.
That's true.
A day you don't find something on the iPad or the iPhone is a day wasted.
That is true.
Isn't that crazy how that works? Technology is like all these things you can just learn from all those computers and stuff.
It's great when you want sometimes you have questions that just pop in your head. You're like, well, whatever happened to, that one show? Like today I was thinking about, like a TV show I haven't seen in a long time, and I don't know. I just have a lot of questions, and it's easy to pull out your iPhone and Google it, and you'll find answers.
Kids today, we had to, in my time, I had to look at books, go to the library, and really spend a lot of time and then go out of my way. And now it's like, bam, they can get whatever they need.
Well, I think, I don't know. I have no problem with technology. It's just how we use it. Mm-hmm. It really is, and it's just it's just respect. We're all human beings, and we should treat each other, with respect, and we all have the same. I don't know. We all have the same feelings. We all feel the same wants. I believe. Mm-hmm. Just when we see people, talk to them, say hi, and and just treat people the way you want to be treated.
Sure.
Technology is going to be there. It's going to enhance life on as we know it now, and I think that's great. That's part of evolution. That's part of evolving. Humanity should evolve, and and technology should be part of that. But but what happens afterwards, who knows?
Yeah.
But as long as we're here, we have brains. Use it. Mm-hmm.
Well, me and my wife, just so before we go any further, me and my wife are Christians, and we had we've had a different journey maybe than you have in your life.
Okay.
Does that make you? Does that make me any better than you?
No.
I've had a different journey than you. I've come across certain situations, people in my life that have had influence on me, taught me about different things, got me to maybe read things, look into things in a different way than maybe you have. Right. So I'm not going to make sure you understand that first. I'm not saying that I'm any better than you are.
I don't think anyone's better than me. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. We all have our purpose in life. Yeah. And if there is, I'm not saying I'm not, just because I'm not a religious person, I'm just saying, well, that's kind of, how should I say that? I grew up Catholic, just never went to church. My mom just had it was like a cultural thing, for us. It's part of your upbringing, I believe. The cultural teachings, what's right, what's wrong. You learn that from your church. You learn that from being a Catholic. My mom we just never went to church. But we knew the right's wrong, how to treat people. We knew the basics, and you need to treat people the way you want to be treated, period. That's the way I see it. And whether you're Catholic or Christian, they all, if anything, I don't know if it's going, but when it comes to religion, my belief is just they all have the same teaching. I think they all have the same purpose. They all have the same purpose, and it's just. I think it's just different message, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's your worldview, right?
Definitely.
I mean, it's something that you, and I can't knock you for that. That's something that, maybe you just, again, you've had different exposure than I have or the next person. It's just how we, but there comes a time where you, just like you find interest in other things, you go, oh, you know what? I'm going to start reading the encyclopedia. I never had it before in my life, but now I'm going to start doing it because this guy was talking to me about, or I watched this show, or I saw this thing on the internet that I should be doing, and boom, you're influenced to go that direction, right?
That's true, and then you try it out, but then if it hits you, sometimes things affect you certain ways, and everyone's different.
Sure.
Something's going to really, entice your soul somehow, and you're going to be really in tune with it. You have to try different things, and somehow your body's going to be, somehow your soul's going to be in tune with something. It's going to be fixated with it in a way. And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like that's what I believe. I don't know. I believe in a creator. I really do. I believe in a creator. I just don't know
who that creator
is, and I know that I will be judged somehow. And if that day comes, then I'm ready for it. I mean, I can only do what I can do while I'm here on this earth. What if there's a creator? This is what the creator gave me. The natural things in my body. If I was created in his likeness, then if I did wrong, then I'll be sent back to learn my lessons.
That's one of those things. Doing wrong. It's kind of. It's funny how you kind of feel. It's like this feeling you get when you know when it's wrong before you. Really do.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just kind of learned." There's been a lot of studies done on that, and I don't think that is necessarily a learned thing. I think if you were to kill somebody, you would know that was wrong. Even back in the wars and people kill. It's always. I think there's always a sensation of feeling that that's wrong when you're doing it.
I agree.
Okay, when you steal something from somebody, go up there and take somebody's wallet, you're gonna feel that that's wrong.
I agree.
So it's so I think that's one of those things. So just like let's say that let's say you guys were car thieves, which I'm not saying you guys are, but let's say you were, and you were caught red-handed stealing a Mercedes. You went into court. It would be a Volkswagen. Okay.
It's a German car, so probably.
So you went into court. You went before the judge, and you caught red-handed. The judge would probably give you a sentence of some sort, right? Punish you, right, for doing wrong. You were caught red-handed, right?
Right.
So we believe as Christians, we believe that Jesus Christ is the one that went into your courtroom and paid your bail and got you off scot-free. All you got to do is trust in Him and believe that He can do that for you. Okay, and so that's what we believe. We believe that the gospel message of the Bible, how you get to heaven.
Yeah.
It says that you got to, number one, repent. You got to be willing to walk away from your sinful lifestyle, all the lying, the stealing, all that stuff.
Right.
You got to be willing to do it about face on it. Two, you got to believe in Jesus Christ. You got to believe that He is the God of this earth, this universe, okay, and that He knew in His plan that we couldn't live a perfect life. Because he came on this earth, He experienced it, He went through the temptations, He knew we couldn't do it. So He gave us a way to heaven. He got up on a cross, He took all of our sin upon Himself, and He died on that cross. And He rose again after 3 days. All He's asking us to do, that we believe and trust in that, ask Him for forgiveness of sins, and when we die, which we don't know when we're going to die, we'll go to heaven. If we don't believe and trust in that before we die, we'll go to hell. And hell is described in the Bible many, many places. Fire and brimstone, a place where you're going to feel pain for eternity.
In my neighborhood. Everyone thinks that's hell.
Yeah.
We're living in it.
Yeah, well, there's different thoughts. A lot of people have different thoughts on it. Like we were talking about the internet earlier. There's so many thoughts out there. But there's a Bible that's been around for a very, very long time, written by man, that we feel were inspired by God. It was written in different places of the world. They didn't have FedEx back then, but when you put it all together, it fit like a glove.
Right.
And that's a miracle in itself, to think that all those writers in the Bible, when they came together, they all has said the same thing. And there was over 500 witnesses that saw Jesus walk this earth after he rose from the dead. And that in itself should tell you something. I mean, hey, there are people who actually saw that, and they weren't the Jews that saw it. There were other people that actually saw him walk this earth. Right. So all we got to do is that. And me and my wife, we were Christians before an incident occurred in our life. But when this incident occurred, it made us even stronger in our walk. On November 6th of 2007, we lost an 18-year-old son in a car accident. We lost him suddenly. We didn't get to say goodbye. Nothing. Just boom. He drove off. He had just graduated from Steel Canyon High School, a local high school here, and he was in his freshman year at Mesa College here. He was driving in a car. He'd been driving for 1 week when it happened. It was an Acura Integrity he was driving. He was used to driving a 4-cylinder Jeep. And he lost his life speeding. And he lost his life in the middle of the day, just after 12, on a dry road day just like this. He lost his life. This is skid marks here in the backyard of that house. The skid marks are dead center on that cross. There used to be a tree here. He hit the tree, split his car in half, ripped him out of his seatbelt, and he landed in the backyard of this house, body positioned on his back, looking up at this cross. Parts of his car were completely scattered around the cross and the roof. We have video on our website of the owner of the house picking up parts of his car around the cross and his roof. That was a trial in our life. But the real question is, did my son trust and believe and get his sins forgiven in Jesus Christ before he died? Because that's what you got to do. That's what the Bible says. We believe, as his parents, that he did. But his Creator knows whether he trusted and believed in it, because he knows him inside. Right. We only knew him, outside when he told us. But, so that's things we're going to lose loved ones. Sooner or later, we're going to lose love. I don't know if you have before, but it really makes you, there's got to be something more than all this. This is a pretty complex world we live in. Our bodies, just in itself, are very, very complex. Your eyes have to work together. Everything in it has to work together simultaneously just to be able to see. Your blood, your nerves, the planets in the universe. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the size of some of the stars and everything. And the Betelgeuse is just massive compared to this Earth. There's so much order and so much out there to just think, because this is just it. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't want to believe that. That's kind of sad. If this is just it, wow. To think that there's going to be a heaven where it's described as there will be no more tears, that we'll get to be together with our Creator for that sounds a whole lot better than what's going on down here. Just there's a lot of that's the accident the day after. That's the San Diego Tribune, November 7th. 18-year-old driver killed when car slams into a tree. And I don't know if you ever heard of laminin before. Ever heard of laminin?
I think I have. Yeah.
It's the glue that holds all your cells together in your body. There's millions of them in your body. It holds everything together. Funny, in the order, we were talking about order of this life. Funny, that's a cross that holds everything together in your body. There's millions of these little crosses all over your body holding your cells together. Do I think that, do I think that's connected to God? It is connected to God, but funny you use crosses. And then there's a Bible verse in the Bible that says, Colossians 1:15 through 17, the Son of the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation, for in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Funny, he used a cross to hold everything together in our body. And then I don't know if you've ever seen in the Hubble. This is a NASA image in the Hubble telescope, and that is a cross. Hubble telescope. Kind of just things make you think. Okay. That's all. Right? This is my son here, and that's the son I lost. But anyway, you got any questions for me? This testimony in my life, I'm just sharing with you.
Oh, thank you.
That's right. You can do with it what you will. It's just something like I said. You don't know. It's like just kind of keep on going through this life, and I pray that you'll look into it more. Give the Bible a good read. We find that most people haven't given the Bible a good read. Right. They just haven't. And we recommend maybe taking 10 or 15 minutes a day out of your life and just read it. And work your way through it and find a good Bible-believing church. Just one where the pastor of a church is reading out of the Bible, not telling you about how rich you're going to be if you believe in this or that. One that's actually reading out of the Bible to his congregation and helping you understand the Word of God and where you want to be for eternity. But anyway, I thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you.
And God bless you.
You too.